I've spoken on several occasions about this National Anti-Corruption Commission, and I've made the point that it was unsatisfactory in its present form. It can start its own investigations without a referral. The body would have retrospective powers. I've mentioned several times that the Liberal Party's DNA is opposed to retrospectivity. The opposition should say publicly it won't support retrospectivity. It may support the concept of the bill, but surely it has a responsibility to say it will oppose a lot of the detail. Well, one person who's full bottle on the detail is the Vice President of the Rule of Law Institute of Australia, Chris Merritt. And he joins me. Chris, thank you for your time. Look, as you've said and I've said, the campaign to stamp out public sector corruption is laudable, but you can hardly say that this bill is laudable.
Look, I tend to agree, Alan. Look, the starting point, I don't think it's a healthy thing to establish a parallel system of justice, but the policy decision has been taken to do that. That's what this commission will amount to. Now that that policy decision has been taken, I think
Just to interrupt you there, so to our viewers, the parallel system. So we've got the courts and we've got the police and all these sorts of people to hunt down corruption, but now we've got this.
Yeah, now on that, before we dive into the detail, the benefits of the justice system are frequently overlooked. But over hundreds of years, the rights of the individual have gained a lot of protection. And most of those protections, the critical ones, will be stripped away in this commission, just as they're stripped away in the New South Wales model, the New South Wales Independent of Corruption. They use coercive power, and the National Commission will use coercive power.
And this commission can define almost anything as corruption. I mean, how is that democratic lawmaking?
Well, it's not. The problem gets down to the definition.
Yeah.
In Section 8 of the bill that's been introduced to Parliament, there's two real problems with the definition. One is the use of what's been referred to in New South Wales, and it's copied from New South Wales, as the could test.
Dreadful.
So few would object to pursuing conduct that undermines the integrity or honesty of public officials. But this bill would go further, and it would declare as corrupt conduct conduct that could have that effect. Now, what's that mean? If you get in your car before you turn the ignition on, you could exceed the speed limit. Yes.
So we'll charge you. Yeah, absolutely. Coming back to your parallel systems of justice, now the laws of the land define corruption, but this commission can provide a definition of its own. Corrupt conduct beyond the wrongdoing listed in the bill. Now, you point out that the explanatory memorandum, which says, quote, this limb of the definition, which would provide the Commissioner with flexibility to address emerging areas of corruption that may not currently be foreseen and may not fall with any of the other more specific limbs of the definition. Chris, what does that mean other than the fact that the Commissioner in this thing has extraordinary powers?
Extraordinary and almost unlimited reach into areas that nobody can even conceive of. If the Parliament chooses to deal with unforeseen circumstances, it's up to Parliament to deal with it. It's not up to some commissioner using coercive power to suddenly declare that under the Act I can now investigate this which was not previously considered to be corrupt conduct. But I now declare that this was unforeseen at the time, and I now declare that you are guilty of corrupt conduct without any say-so from Parliament.